King Charles. Royal affairs uncovered. Are Europe's monarchies hiding the biggest scandal of the century? Welcome to BNews. What if the crowns, jewels, and fairy tale images we see from Europe's royal families were nothing more than smoke and mirrors hiding one of the most explosive scandals of our time? What if the very foundations of monarchy, an institution that has stood for centuries, were trembling not from political reform or public protest, but from betrayals, rivalries, and hidden truths inside the palaces themselves? On this day, August 19, 2025, the question is louder than ever. Are Europe's monarchies keeping from the world the biggest royal scandal of the century? Before we unravel this gripping story, take a second to like this video, subscribe to BNews, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our in-depth investigations. We go beyond the official statements and glossy magazine covers to uncover the truths royal families would rather bury. And don't forget to leave a comment, because this conversation could change how we see monarchy forever. The catalyst for today's firestorm came not from London or Madrid, but from Monaco. Princess Charlene, once seen as a glamorous outsider turned princess, shocked Europe with a confession that shattered the illusion of harmony among royal wives. Her words suggested that life inside the royal world was far from elegant unity. Instead, she spoke of rivalry, emotional isolation, and a toxic atmosphere where appearances mattered more than humanity. For a world used to seeing Europe's queens and princesses as symbols of grace, her revelation was nothing short of an earthquake. Charlene's confession carried weight precisely because of her journey. Born Charlene Wittstock in South Africa, she was an Olympic swimmer who married into royalty in 2011. For years, she played the role expected of her, graceful, dutiful, silent. But in 2025, her silence broke. She described how she had been judged, excluded, and left to navigate palace life without the support she had hoped for from her royal peers. It was not just a personal grievance but a public indictment of the culture surrounding Europe's royal wives. The implications of her words were enormous. Royal households rushed to control the fallout, issuing carefully crafted statements. Prince Albert of Monaco praised her courage, but the silence from other royal wives was deafening. Queen Letizia of Spain, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, offered no solidarity. That silence fueled speculation. Were Charlene's words exposing a broader truth about monarchy's inner fractures? Was this not just about Monaco, but about Europe's entire royal system? Media outlets pounced on the story. Tabloids framed it as a feud between royal women, while serious news networks saw it as a symptom of monarchy's deeper crisis. Every photograph of royals at state events was suddenly reinterpreted. Was that smile real or a mask? Was that side glance between queens friendly or filled with tension? In the space of weeks, Charlene's confession became the lens through which all royal appearances were viewed. This would be dramatic enough in isolation, but it collided with a larger context, the decline of monarchy across Europe. In Britain, King Charles III faces mounting criticism and dwindling support among the younger generations. In Spain, King Felipe VI struggles to hold back republican movements. In Belgium and Denmark, citizens increasingly question whether monarchy has any place in modern democracies. Charlene's words, therefore, arrived not as isolated drama but as confirmation of suspicions many already held, that monarchy is not a beacon of stability, but a fragile institution struggling to survive. Public reactions were polarizing. Some praised Charlene as courageous, comparing her to Princess Diana, who decades earlier had broken her silence on the coldness of the British royal family. Others accused Charlene of recklessness, claiming she risked undermining the dignity of Monaco and Europe's monarchies for personal grievances. Yet even critics admitted one undeniable fact: her words opened a door that can no longer be closed. Historians quickly noted the parallels. Diana's confessions in the 1990s reshaped the image of the British monarchy forever, exposing its dysfunctions and emotional coldness. Charlene's confession, coming in 2025, may do the same on a continental scale. It has already shifted public perception of Europe's royals from untouchable figures to deeply flawed individuals trapped in a system obsessed with image. For monarchies built on mystique, this shift could prove fatal. Inside the palaces, the scandal has sparked whispers of a quiet crisis. Royal advisors in London, Madrid, and The Hague reportedly fear a domino effect. If Charlene emboldens others to speak out, if other royal wives or even heirs reveal similar truths, public trust could collapse overnight. Monarchies, after all, survive only with the consent of the people. Without that aura of dignity and unity, crowns lose their symbolic power. Financial scrutiny adds another layer to the storm. Critics point to the immense cost of maintaining royal households. In Britain, taxpayers spend nearly £100 million annually on the monarchy. Spain's monarchy, though cheaper, still faces questions of accountability. Charlene's confession makes it harder for royals to justify these costs. Why should citizens fund lifestyles marked by rivalry and unhappiness, especially in times of economic hardship? The cultural fallout is equally significant. Once, Europe's royal wives were upheld as role models, symbols of elegance, diplomacy, and duty. Now, they are being recast as players in a fragile game of appearances, sometimes cold, sometimes competitive, rarely authentic. Charlene's words humanized them but also stripped away their glamour. If they are no different from ordinary people, critics ask, why preserve monarchy at all? As the weeks unfold, the scandal shows no signs of fading. Every royal engagement, every photograph, every statement is parsed for signs of division. Analysts argue that this could mark the beginning of monarchy's slow decline in Europe. Not with revolutions, but with whispers, revelations, and confessions that erode its image one truth at a time. The silence of Europe's other royal wives remains telling. Their refusal to address Charlene's words suggests fear, not unity. If they speak, they risk confirming the divisions she exposed. If they remain silent, they appear complicit. Either way, the royal sisterhood has been recast not as a circle of solidarity but as a fragile alliance under siege. And yet, despite the scandal, the story resonates with ordinary people because it feels human. Charlene's confession revealed loneliness, exclusion, and judgment, feelings millions experience in their own lives. By breaking the silence, she made monarchy relatable, even as she undermined its mystique. That paradox may be the most dangerous outcome for Europe's royals. As of August 19, 2025, the question remains unanswered: will monarchy survive this moment? Can the palaces contain the fallout, or is this the beginning of monarchy's collapse under its own weight of secrecy and image management? If Charlene's confession is just the first crack, what happens when more voices follow? So now, we turn to you. Do you believe Princess Charlene's shocking confession has exposed the biggest royal scandal of the century, or is it only the tip of a much larger iceberg? Could Europe's monarchy survive if more truths come out, or is this the slow but inevitable end of crowns and palaces? Share your thoughts in the comments, we want to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because this conversation is not just about royalty. It is about power, truth, and the future of Europe's oldest institutions.